Dear and respected Reverend Fathers and my dear brothers in Jesus Christ, absolutely Yeshu. Pope Leo XII on 1950 November 1st signed yet another dogma about Blessed Mother Mary, stating that Blessed Mother Mary, with her body and soul assumed in heaven, and the feast is known as the Assumption of Blessed Mother Mary on August 15. And he declared and penned yet another beautiful sentence about Blessed Mother Mary, saying that we listened a warm melody, and every day we chant this sweet symphony of Blessed Mother Mary. Blessed Mother, you kissed the earth with the finest gift that of Jesus Christ Himself, and God the Father gifted you yet another gift, assuming your body and soul to heaven. And He mentioned that this is awesome day, a glorious day. Indeed, Reverend Fathers and brothers, this is a beautiful day. Henceforth, I wish you the festival greetings. Happy feast to all of you. As we celebrate the feast of the Assumption of Blessed Mother Mary, I do in tune with the same sentence of our present Pope, Pope Leo XIV, saying that the Assumption of Blessed Mother Mary's participation, the resurrection of Jesus Christ, and the anticipation of our resurrection, of the following subsequent Christians' resurrection. Indeed, the beautiful Gospel of St. John, it sets us with a beautiful mentioning that, as we know, the Gospel, the peculiarity of the Gospel of St. John is nothing but we have got 7 signs in the Gospel of St. John, and this is the first sign, the wedding feast of Cana, and Blessed Mother Mary became the first key to open the first sign, and this is going to be my first homily in Provincial House in front of my rector as well. So as I begin my homily, let me also, as I mentioned, tune with the same rhythm of the homily that I listened as a Renate Pope Leo XIV. And he mentioned that Blessed Mother Mary is a gift to every Christian. Let me also follow in tune with today's homily as well. So he mentioned that we are called, he summoned each one of us that we are called to become yet another Ark of the Covenant. And Blessed Mother Mary became the Ark of the Covenant. As we, to understand this stuff, let's rush back the book of 2 Samuel chapter 6 verse 10. When the Ark of the Covenant was brought to Jerusalem, the King David was dancing in front of the Ark of the Covenant. As we know, the Ark of the Covenant carries the 10 tablets of the law, the staff of the Aaron, and the manna that they collected from the desert. So when we come to the book of let's say the book of 2 Samuel, David was dancing in front of the Ark of the Covenant, and he mentioned a beautiful sentence: how comes the Ark of the Covenant comes to my kingdom? Same sentence we can see when we look at the Gospel of St. Luke chapter 1 verse 43. When Mary visited Elizabeth greeted Blessed Mother Mary, saying that, how come the Mother of God come to me? My dear brothers in Jesus Christ, because Mother Mary became yet another Ark of the Covenant, and that is what Pope also summoning us to become yet another Ark of the Covenant as we celebrate the feast of the Assumption of Blessed Mother Mary, carrying Jesus in our deeds, words, and every being. When we move, have our being in this earth, we need to carry the same rhythm, the same music of the Ark of the Covenant. Second point, the Assumption of Blessed Mother Mary is a fulfillment of God's promise. Yet another beautiful statement. And this also holds a scriptural background is that the book of Psalm chapter 6 verse 10, it is mentioned that the Holy One will not touch the decay. The Holy One will not touch the decay. When we rush back the history of the Feast of the Assumption of Blessed Mother Mary, we can see that the 1st and 2nd century there was no devotion towards Blessed Mother Mary. When we come down again, the 4th and 5th century, there was a feast called Dormition of Blessed Mother Mary, that is celebrating the feast of the death of Blessed Mother Mary. But again, when you come to the history down, in the 9th and 10th century, they were celebrating, the Eastern Church was celebrating the resurrection of Blessed Mother Mary. But again, 1950, November 1st, Pope declared that the body and soul of Blessed Mother Mary were assumed in heaven. The feast of the Assumption of Blessed Mother Mary. So they have got a powerful scriptural background, and they declared this dogma mentioning on a particular beautiful statement that I just before I mentioned to you. The Holy One will not touch the decay. Psalm 6:10. And you see, the same thing is repeated in St. Paul's theology as well. Acts of the Apostles chapter 6 verse 25 to 30, and also St. Peter also mentions same sentence when he mentioned about the resurrection of Jesus. The Holy One will not touch the decay. Again, the Acts of the Apostles chapter 2 verse 14 to 15, same sentence we can see. This is a background in which the Pope declared the dogma of Blessed Mother Mary. Let me come to the third point, that is a beautiful statement. You can see in the Gospel of St. John, just before we read, that Mary makes a prophetic role over here. He intercedes, he trusts, and he leads the people to the Lord. He intercedes, mentioning that they have no wine. Wine in the Gospel of John always stands for joy, because the absence of wine is always, let's say, emptiness. So Blessed Mother Mary, understanding their situation, intercedes for them, saying that they have no wine. The Blessed Mother Mary intercede for them. Second one, trusting, do whatever they say, do whatever he says. Again, trusting in the providence of Jesus Christ, and finally leading them, the people, to God, let's say, Jesus Christ himself. And this is what Pope also was summoning us to follow as we celebrate the Assumption of Blessed Mother Mary, vesting the same prophetical role, interceding, trusting, and leading the people to the Lord. Finally, my dear brothers in Jesus Christ, let me set off with the final message, that replacement of spirituality. This replacement spirituality, let's say, that is a profound role played by Mother Mary throughout the Gospel, let's say salvific history. And this is also mentioned by Fulton Jayes in another way, that paradigm shift of spirituality. And in St. Charles also, I would say that he also made it, let's say, reformation of society was also taking in tune with the same replacement of spirituality. Now, what is this replacement of spirituality? It's nothing but changing a little shift that we take. Let's say it is mentioned in the Gospel of John, the empty jar. Empty jar also means the absence. So it is again refilled. So a replacement spirituality we can see over here, saying that we need to stand with the people, replacing their sorrows with joy, replacing their, let's say, depression with a consolation, replacing their sorrows with our, let's say, consoling words. And this is what the Assumption of Blessed Mother Mary sets off with the final message. My dear brothers and fathers in Jesus Christ, as we celebrate the 79th Independence Day as well as the feast of the Assumption of Blessed Mother Mary, let's have the same prophetic role. Let's intercede for the people, let's trust the people, let's trust in God's providence and leading the people. And that is what we are doing in the land of Episcopal. We are leading the people to the Lord. And finally, let's take a replacement spirituality. We stand for the people, we stand for the poor, and we stand for the people of Chhattisgarh and the people all around the world. Thus, we become yet another living gospel, a model of evangelization, Christianization of simplicity, and finally, a challenge to a challenging world, and to become an echo of God's love. May God bless each one of us. Thank you.